Good morning. Morning. So I understand we have a comment from Tamra too that
We do.
she's a little concerned.
We have two comments. The first one
Bless you.
is about a job you did last week. It's fabulous. Client said all kinds of good stuff about Juan.
Okay.
But then this one, guys, please let the designers know when you're almost finished. It was 30 to 60 minutes ahead of your projected finishing time. I was waiting in my car down the street, killing time. I had to call you to find out when you had finished. You're supposed to call me.
So Tamra likes to come in when you're finishing up right at the end. Is that?
Well, they all do.
She likes to come in, but she's right in there when you're trying to finish up.
Yeah.
So I may bump my times a little bit. They get them mixed up that way. I'm sliding out of there, she's sliding in.
Yeah, but see, you got some designers that will ask you for, hey, I just need a approximate time about, what your day's looking like. But then you got someone like Tamra will call you at 9 in the morning and say, what time are you going to finish?
Well, we're going to talk about it in the sales meeting. I think we're going to try to get you guys in there so we can kind of discuss openly with all the designers about what you guys have to deal with and their expectations of,
Sure.
showing up and talking to them.
Otherwise, we're going to do an intervention.
Intervention, right. It'll be an intervention.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
All right, so today's job, we have Bud Kenny, and it happens to be a Tamra job. And Nick and Mike, you guys are installing. So you guys have already looked at the space. Nick, you went out and remeasured it. There are two spaces. The one is it's set up for all his bowling stuff, I believe.
Yes, I believe it's all for his bowling pin, bowling bags under one section because there's no bottom shelf. So we can roll
He wants to
the
be able
bag
to
in
roll,
and out.
right, he's
Right.
got it very specific about how he wanted everything set up and the function of it. It's all required holes.
There's a wall talker on the one section there where you can put all his little bowling pins and trophies and stuff. And then I actually made trim on the doors, each of the doors, so they look like
Oh, it's got the applied molding.
Yeah, it's got the
Right,
applied
got the
molding.
applied molding on the doors, yeah. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right, everybody work safe, have a good day. Right. And please turn off your cell phones.
My name's Bud Kenny, and I've got the Closet Factory people coming out to install a kitchen counter, cabinet thing, and a shelf to store all my bowling equipment. I came up with the idea to build this cabinet to get rid of all the clutter of the bowling ball stuff. There's my bag, there's shoes, there's extra bowling balls, there's all the maintenance equipment to go along with it, my stuff and all the kids' stuff. It's just cluttered and laying around the house, and finally decided that I needed to try to make some kind of closet or cabinet or something to store it all to make the house look less cluttered. The first time I met Tamra from the Closet Factory was at Homerama, and I decided to go just to take a look to see what was going on with some of the builders in the area and what they were doing for house designs. And I saw the really cool closet that they built on one of the houses and started talking to her about a shelf design, and she gave me her business card, and here we are. When Tamra came over, we scheduled an appointment, and she came over. I showed her the design that I was interested in, and we sat and took about 6 hours, 5 to 6 hours to get it all put down into the computer, from what I was thinking it should look like to what she thought it would look like, and I can't wait to see it.
We're at the Kenyan Residence today. We're going to be installing a storage unit for all of his bowling equipment and a desk unit in the kitchen. As you can see today, Michael, he's a little dirty. He's already been working pretty hard this morning. So
Yeah, it's been a full day already, especially in this heat, but let's go ahead and get inside and get started.
All right.
That's good.
Yeah, I think we even needed that.
Okay. Sounds good. It'll be fine.
Is there any bondage? Is there any bondage action?
No, I just know how to use a jigsaw. Now that I have all the pieces in here, you can see we have our cleat already attached to the studs of the wall up there. And the reason why we're doing it like that, I'm sure he probably mentioned. If not, it's because the unit is standing away from the wall, so the unit's actually going to be attached to that. And what I'm going to do now is just identify what panels go where, and then I'll start pitting it up and then putting it together.
This might not work. It's supposed to sit off the wall like 10 inches or something like that. But it's like way more than that. You remeasured this job, right? I'm talking about width-wise of the whole room, like basically from where that kitchen cabinet is to the opposite wall. Because you only have there's only 109 inches there, and when I lay out this top and measure from corner to corner, it's 117 inches. So I'm gonna call Tamra and tell her this part's not going in. I'm gonna tell the client.
I think he did the system holes for the fixed shelf. They're put in the thing backwards. I just got to redo them correctly in that format. All right, I got the center section put together. I'm going to put the top that goes over this part here, and then I'm going to work out the way that the wall tucker and the backing is applied.
I'm thinking what happened was when the angles on the corners were changed, it shortened the wall, and
Well, no, what happened is the computer, well, only those 3 walls are drawn. So the computer thinks that those walls just keep running out and out forever.
actually that was not true. The right-hand wall came out. There's 1, 2.
The one I have, it doesn't. The one I have doesn't.
I was the one who suggested the remeasure. I wanted
Right.
Mike to come out and check the angles because I suspected that the ones that I had in the computer were not the same as reality. So what he came up with, was it the 22 that you thought it was?
Right there.
I had
he
a
said it was exactly what you had measured.
because I checked my angles. I've got it on my
No,
computer.
That's what he said. He was
29.
like, He's like, oh, it's the same.
I have it at 29. So when you do the 3 walls and they're 29-degree angles, and you add the length, the overall length is different from what reality is.
The 45-degree angle walls.
My computer's got them at 29. If this had been a wall-mounted cabinet, then to me, this measurement, I would have needed that. But because it was a freestanding unit, it really didn't matter because it wasn't going to the wall. It was sitting out here on the floor. So to me, that's why I didn't need this.
Right, but from here to here is the maximum width.
Yeah,
which
that it should have been.
Right,
And I thought I had a whole lot more to work with. It's still checks and balances. It should have been caught. Bottom line, should have been caught. I will measure every blessed wall in a space from today forward. Well, it's going to be fabulous when it gets installed.
it looked pretty cool before.
It's going to be fabulous. That is an absolute promise. It's going to be
The parts
awesome.
and pieces that I saw looked pretty cool.
Yeah, even down to the white knobs to match the cabinets. I mean, we had it covered. It was covered. So the lip around the back, I mean, everything. So I'm sorry this happened. But we get it right.
Yeah, accidents happen,
It's construction.
right?
Yeah, stuff happens. The bowling ball cabinet, it's gonna rock.
It's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Now I'm at the point where I'm going to be trimming out the unit. The bottom is going to be getting this shoe molding that you see here. And the upper part is going to be getting a combination of flat trim and small crown. So it should look pretty sharp. So this is all set. We weren't able to finish the kitchen today, but we'll be back for that. But this is all set here.
Hello.
I'm back.
Yeah, come on in.
I can't wait to see
They
it.
finished everything.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Finally done.
It is finally done. Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
Yeah, I think
This
it
looks so good.
turned out better than we thought it was gonna.
It looks so good. The melamine, I mean, it just looks really good. The white handles,
Yep, white
Yeah.
knobs.
white handles, the lip on the back to keep stuff from sliding off the backside.
Yeah, it all came together pretty nice.
It does. That top looks really good too. They did a great job on this. Plenty of storage. When are you going to move stuff in here?
Probably soon.
Soon? Okay,
Yeah.
soon.
It's been crazy.
Soft closed doors. This is sweet. So tell me how you're expecting this to kind of flow when you entertain.
Well, it's just pretty much going to be a place to be able to put all the stuff, you know, to where before you end up using the card table or folding table. Now there's a place for everything to go, and when we're done, everything can go underneath instead of back in boxes or laying on the floor.
And you've got your trash can right there. That's perfect.
Yep.
You could just throw their stuff right in there. And don't forget, you need to put some kind of pot holders or hot plates or something underneath warm
Yeah.
dishes, because it's a melamine top. It's not laminate. So you need to just protect it a little bit. But other than that, I mean, just wipe it all down when you're done. I use like the Clorox wipes and just wipe my stuff off. So it's real easy.
I have to go get some.
I like it a lot. I have been so looking forward to seeing this, so I'm glad that that's done. And now I want to see how the bowling ball unit is functioning for you. I want to see how you've used out the spaces.
Well, I moved into that. That's over here in the other room, so let's go check it out.
Perfect. Show it to me.
It's right through here. Well, here it is right here.
Look at all those bowling balls.
Yep, it worked out perfect. Lots of storage space.
Yeah, so show me. Okay, so you got your shirts hanging here.
Yep.
You've got supplies. I don't even know what half that stuff is.
Yeah, it's extra cleaner and tape and all the different stuff that I use.
Okay, sweet. So on the other side, are we doing the same thing?
It matches this side, but it's not completely filled up yet.
Okay, nice.
And then
Got it.
underneath is
Soft closed doors.
more
I love this
storage.
trim. I love this trim. Love the way that worked.
It was a good idea.
Uh-huh. And it's worked out well to have the shelf on the bottom with just the quarter round?
Yep.
Things roll in?
Yep, everything rolls in real easy.
Okay. I love your camouflage bowling gear.
Matches my hat.
Yes, it does. And then, what do we have here? No, more. Oh, is that a polisher?
That's a rejuvenator.
What does that do?
It takes the oil out of the ball, and then underneath it is a ball spinner, which I can change the surface.
So all of your friends need one of these to house their stuff, because they probably
Pretty much.
have stuff too.
Yep. They all have stuff laying all over their house,
Okay.
but not me anymore.
I love the trim. I just think this is such a nice touch. And this was your idea. So,
Yeah.
and even the shop was like, do what? How do you want this to work? And it's just so
I'm sure after
beautiful.
everybody sees it, other people will use it too.
Yeah, I've talked to many clients about doing their trim the same way. Now that I've done this and seen how it works, I think it's a fabulous idea. It makes the doors look big. Doesn't make everything look all choppy.
Yep.
Everything looks nice and large.
That was the thought. My thought behind it was to make it two doors into one.
Yeah, we spent 5 hours at your dining room table that night
Yeah.
collaborating on this project.
We spent quite a while, especially with the door trim, trying to figure out what was going to look good and what wasn't. And I think we got it right with this. You know,
I think so too.
especially because it was something that you guys had never done before, which is one of the good things about the Closet Factory. You know, they're willing to work with my idea to make it real.
So tell me about the shelves, because it looks like you've already adjusted something.
Well, I took the top shelf, and actually the top shelf is resting on the middle shelf right at the moment
I see.
because the top shelf was too high,
Okay.
and everything was just gonna fall into the shelf. You wouldn't be able to see it. So that's why I lowered it down to create more of an open area. And that's what makes it, especially this center section, good, because with the adjustability of the shelf, it was easy to change. So I had it up, I had it down, I had it moved all over the place, and I think it's gonna be okay right where it is.
Oh, it looks great. It's a double thick shelf.
Yeah,
So,
and if I need it to come back, I can put the shelf back up.
yeah. No, it's a wonderful thing. So I really like it. You did good. You've got everything there. Thank you so much for honestly, it was a privilege to do this job for you. I enjoyed this so much. It's been fun, very rewarding, and I love how it turned out. I think we make a pretty darn good team.
Yeah, it's. I think it's probably one of the different things that you've probably done.
Oh, it is. It absolutely is, and I'm thankful for it. It's cool. It's beautiful.
There's extreme functionality with it because the bowling ball sitting on the ground with the temperature changes, even in a controlled environment, can crack the bowling ball. You can see this is one that's cracked, and it's cracked just from sitting underneath the table. And sits too long, it ends up getting to be a paperweight. The family really likes it because not only all of my stuff is out of the way, all their stuff is in there too. So they have a home for all their equipment, which they're all tickled to death to pull their own stuff in and out and put it away. So it's less confusion because the kids have homes too for their stuff. With everything that has gone on in the last couple of weeks here, I highly recommend the Closet Factory. And if you're looking for a designer, call and ask for Tamra. She is going to do everything in her power to make your dreams come true. It's exactly what I need, exactly what I wanted, and I couldn't be any more happy with it.
We had a little bit of a hiccup with the measurement, but that's okay. In the end, Closet Factory always delivers what we say we're going to deliver. So I couldn't wait to get back and see it all. I've been so excited about this, and it's just beautiful. It's one of my favorite pieces. I think I'll go home now and have myself a glass of wine.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So this is a little unusual. Of course, our normal designer meetings usually don't include the installers. So hey, welcome.
We are.
Thanks for having us.
We're so happy to be here.
Because usually right now I'd be like sweating bullets in the
Right.
back of a van, bringing stuff upstairs.
Well,
This is quite a
we're
treat.
glad to have you in our air-conditioned room, Michael.
I think we'll still be sweating, but
Yeah.
So there is a reason that the installers are joining us. I asked them to step into the meeting just for a few minutes. There seems to be an issue that we would like to clear the air about, we being me. So Tamra, I'd like for you to just kind of voice the issue.
Okay, I'd be happy to. I am lately very frustrated because I always try, in 12 years with Closet Factory, you will attest that I have missed very few installations.
Oh, I attest.
Yes. And in the past few weeks, it seems that I try to navigate and negotiate and coordinate so that I can be at my installation before the installer leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, if anything needs a service call, we can take care of it right then and there, and they don't need to come back on a separate day and tend to it.
When we're out there, the biggest problem is, and the reason that I don't, it's mostly with you, and then with, I'm just being honest, and with with Karen, when we're the last 30 minutes of the job, we're doing the final little touch-up things, we're doing trying to be in and out of the space, and it's inevitable that when you guys show up, the client is going to follow you, and you're all going to go in the room and then be in the way.
The first thing my client wants to do is grab my hand and take me to the
Yes.
space. And I'm not the type of personality that's going to say, you can't go with me.
Right,
So
right.
I know you guys
right.
know that when I get there,
yeah,
you're going to
yeah.
expect my client in tow because they always do.
But there's a certain part of this, almost like a mommy mentality, that kind of creeps in sometimes, that kind of gets under our skin sometimes. It's like pick up your socks. Pick up your socks or finish that. I know you're still hungry.
I have 4 children.
I know, and that's what I'm
This
saying.
would be good.
And that's what I'm saying. It's the approach kind of thing
I'm
where.
sorry.
Good point.
No, it's okay. It's like the approach kind of thing. And so, you want to go like, Mom, I'm gonna get to it. Like, oh my gosh, she's saying it again. Just because you say it again, I'm not gonna do it. And so kind of like that kind of thing. I mean, am I the only one that thinks like that?
That's actually a good way to put it.
Maybe y'all should have a day riding around with us. We've got new clients
I would
that
love
we're
that.
taking. We've got designing that we're trying to do. Do you know how many times I've sat at Panera in between appointments and installs because I had a 3-hour window and I needed to get some work done. And in the morning I'm in Chesapeake and in the afternoon I'm in Newport News, and I've got installers who won't give me the correct time that they're finishing their install.
Is that
Well, there's a reason.
purposeful?